Hey guys, Kakarot197 again, this time with a review of the 1/144th scale high-grade universal century EWAC Zack, also known as the Eye-Zack Newton, from the Double Zeta Gundam series, and also the Gundam Unicorn OVA series. Now, as you might have noticed, this is quite a unique looking mobile suit, mainly due to the big dome on the back of his head. This unit was first produced by the Earth Federation forces as a variation of their Hi-zack mobile suit, but later captured by the Zeon remnants from Axis when they conquered Earth. This particular mobile suit was used by Africa's Blue Team. Bet you didn't see that one coming. And believe it or not, but this guy was used in the desert. Something you might not be able to tell by its colors, being a very dark navy blue. Well, just a dark navy blue for most of the body, fuel tanks here, top of the dome, bottom of the feet, and then a very light, kind of baby blue for most of the limbs. There's some red here on these vents. The red on the top of the dome is a sticker. And then the yellow here, the dark blue here, is once again a sticker. Further stickers, all of this here in the head is one big sticker. The black is a sticker and the mono eye is a part of the same sticker. Okay, for articulation, and this isn't really going to be all that pretty. The head moves a bit left and a bit right, not more, because if we pop the head off, which is quite hard to do, there we go. Oh, great. So, as you can see, there's a peg here and a little track here. Probably because the head is quite back heavy. I mean, you could always cut this peg off because it doesn't really have to be there. As you can see, it's connected this part here to the head and then on this track here as well. So it is quite hard to remove. And this one just slides back on here. Oops. And then a bit more movement in the head. As you can see, the mono eye here is on a little track. If you move this part here, the mono eye will move. So I guess that's kind of to make up for the really lousy head movement. Just pop it back on. There we go. And also some movement on the radome here. We'll move around all the way. The arms will go up like that. We'll turn around all the way. Well, until they hit the back here. We'll turn back. Now let's see, this one also rotates around all the way. I did both because they are on a different connection. This one is on a ball joint, while this one is on a peg. You will later see why that is. Also rotates. Now it's not below the shoulder, it's above the elbow that it rotates. And the elbow is on one joint, gets about 90 degrees of movement. The hand will wiggle and rotate. And there goes the major problem of this kit. These little parts will not stay on. They will pop out all the time while you're trying to pose this guy. It's a good thing they're easy to get back in, but they're just as easy to pop out, which is a really major pain with this kit, especially while they're trying to pose it or swap out some parts. Front skirts are molded together and cannot be separated, but they still give you a reasonable amount of movement. Side skirts move out a little bit, about that far. Legs will go back a little bit. The knees are on two joints, but you won't even get a 90-degree bend out of them. Call me crazy, but that's quite poor. Feet will go up like that, back, side to side, and will rotate a little bit. Now, for accessories, and this is where this kit gets a little bit better. First, there's the Zaku machine gun Kai with a movable handle and a dedicated trigger finger. This left hand here can hold the trigger quite nicely, so it's a really nice accessory, but I'm pretty sure you've already spotted the main problem. It comes in baby blue. This is a machine gun, people. This is not a children's toy. And the problem is also, well, the same problem is here with with the joints here, joints on the leg, and the hands here. I mean, they should all be molded in gray, but they're all molded in this very light baby blue. Yeah, that's quite poor. But let's get on with the rest of the accessories. And then there's the shield, molded in a very dark blue, which will peg in both of the lower arms here. As you can see, there's a Federation symbol here because, of course, this one was produced by the Federation. Slide on here. Well, those are all of the accessories. Those are all the accessories it should come with. However, this is a remodel of the original Hi-zack kit, so you do in fact get all of the parts you need to make a Hi-zack. Different backpack piece and the flaps that are supposed to like be on the back, connection part for the backpack, and this other front piece without the funny antenna. Oh yeah, this, well, it can move, but it's not really supposed to move. If you can see, if you move it, there will be this hole here, so it's supposed to be in there, but you could get some movement out of it. For, should I say, comedic purposes. Great. Once again, it pops out. Hey. And that's the first time this hose fell off. I'm not gonna bother putting that back in. Oh yeah, some additional movement here. These fuel tanks can also rotate, but you should always keep them like this, or else the arm won't rotate around. Now for further accessories, you also get additional arm guards. You might have noticed I didn't panel line these two. That is because I like to keep these two on, because they look a lot better. I mean, if you could choose to have a normal arm guard like this, or one that comes with spikes on them, I mean, come on, you know which one you want. And to finish it off, a Hi-zack head. Quite unfortunately, they didn't include the stickers you need for the head, so it is gonna look a bit plain. So this actually means that this kit does get some extra play value, because you can customize it a little bit to make your own custom Hi-zack. So here's my custom little Hi-zack. I dubbed him the Insurgent Hi-zack, with fuel tanks for extended flight time, to be able to penetrate enemy territory, the disc antenna here for better sensor radius, and the ground, what was it again? The ground sensor antenna. I swear I'm just reading the manual. Yeah, once again for a bigger sensor radius. Yeah. So, like I said, quite nice playability with this kit. Oh yeah, for mobility, well, for movability with the arm now, once again, this part will move around all the way, well, until it hits the fuel tank here. And this is why I said that there's a reason why there are two different poly caps. This one is the ball joint, so it does have a little bit of an extra wiggle. I should notice you only get one of these, so you either put it in this or in this one, or you can be like me and use one of the spare ones you have hanging around. This one, you do get enough polycaps to also put one in this and in the normal one. Now, technically this one will not rotate, but if you push it a little bit, it will go around. Just have to force it a little bit, and once again be sure that the fuel tank is at the right angle, or you're gonna break it by forcing it. Also, of course, now he has a head that moves a lot more. We'll move up, we'll move down, we'll turn around all the way this time. And also the waist can move a little bit side to side like that. So, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, it's a 2009 release, but most of it is a 2000 release, the Hi-zack. You do notice that the head of the EWAC Zack is slightly more advanced than all the rest of the body, but for the most part you are still buying a 2000 kit, and it retails for around 1,600 yen. So that is quite a hefty price, especially if you have to take these faults into consideration. I mean, the blue machine gun, and don't forget the machine gun is the only weapon you get. I mean, the Hi-zack should come with a lot more weapons. I mean, in this case it can be forgiven because it's not a combat mobile suit, but overall it's still quite poor. So yeah, you have the coloring, that's quite wrong. Lack of actual weaponry. You do get a lot of accessories and play value, so that's kind of a positive one. And, well, the last part is, it looks kind of funny. So, well, I guess that could be a positive or a negative. The positive is, if you buy this one, you probably don't have anything like it. So it is a very, very unique mobile suit. Now you have to keep into account that this will take up quite some space on your shelf. I mean, this is a very, very big part. The positive side is it's not really all that back heavy, so it will be able to stand up. So yeah, but the question is, do you really want to pay 1,600 yen for all of this? I'd say probably not. I got this guy at, I think it was 50% off at a sale from HLJ, and I have noticed that they do kind of like to put this guy on sale. Generally when there's a Gundam sale in HLJ, they almost always put this guy at 50%. And for 800 yen, I could definitely recommend this guy. I mean, with the play value and the uniqueness factor. So, a few comparison shots with the Marasai and his very, very far ancestor, the Zaku 2. Oh yeah, final closing note. I saw Prime 92's review of this guy, and she said that she got like a Project V notebook with them, with the EWAC Zack. I unfortunately did not get a notebook with it, so I'm not sure, was it a special release or something, or is it like a lottery that if you're lucky it's included? I don't know, but either way I did not get it, quite unfortunately, but yeah, there you go. Also, closing note, it doesn't really have anything to do with the model kit itself, but I've always wondered, why does Bandai only market kits like this as just being one kit? I mean, you do get all the parts for both mobile suits, yet on the box it only says EWAC Zack. Is it me, or did they kind of miss out on the marketing? That they could have advertised this as Hi-zack / EWAC Zack kit. Wouldn't it have boosted their sales a little bit if they marketed this guy as a Hi-zack? I mean, before I built this guy, I didn't know you could build an entire Hi-zack with it, and that does make it more desirable because you can do more things with it. And I've noticed this on quite some kits. I mean, if I recall correctly, the Stark Jagan did come with most options to build a normal Jagan, and I do think it was really advertised in that. So yeah, why don't they do it if they could sell more units like that? Or maybe that's just me. Either way, that was Kakarot 197, and see you at the next review.